In the silent void of the cosmos, there lies a question. Have we been visited by extraterrestrial intelligence? A question that has haunted mankind ever since we first turned our gaze to the stars. A question that has sparked countless debates, fueled the imaginations of science fiction writers, and inspired millions to look up at the night sky with wonder and curiosity. Are we alone in the universe, or have we, in our planet's long history, been graced, or perhaps cursed, by visits from beings not of this world? There's a certain allure to the unknown, an irresistible fascination that draws us to the enigma of unidentified flying objects, or UFOs. These mysterious sightings, often explained away as atmospheric phenomena or experimental aircraft, have for decades been the subject of intense scrutiny. Some dismiss them as mere figments of the imagination, while others see in them evidence of extraterrestrial intelligence. But what if the truth is not simply out there, but hidden here on Earth, concealed by those in power? The idea that governments around the world have been covering up evidence of extraterrestrial encounters is not a new one. From the hushed whispers of conspiracy theorists to the sensational headlines of tabloids, stories of cover-ups have become a part of our cultural fabric. But why would these entities go to such lengths to hide the truth? Could it be the fear of mass panic, the desire to maintain control, or the wish to harness alien technologies for their own purposes? Or perhaps there are reasons that are beyond our current understanding, reasons that lie buried deep within the corridors of power and secrecy. As we delve into this fascinating topic, we'll explore the most compelling accounts of UFO sightings and alleged cover-ups. We'll examine the evidence, sift through the claims, and try to separate fact from fiction. We'll journey together through a landscape of mystery and myth, in search of answers to questions that have captivated and confounded us for generations. As we delve into the labyrinth of secrets, one cannot help but wonder what truths lie shrouded in the shadows of doubt. Our journey begins in the summer of 1947, in a small town named Roswell, nestled in the heart of New Mexico, an unassuming location that would soon become the epicenter of an event that shook the world and forever changed our perception of the universe. In July of that year, a rancher named Mac Brazel discovered a field littered with strange metallic debris. The material was unlike anything he'd ever seen. It was lightweight yet incredibly durable and bore hieroglyphics of an unknown origin. Brazel, baffled, reported his findings to the local sheriff, who in turn alerted the Roswell Army Airfield. The military was quick to respond, securing the site and removing the debris under a veil of secrecy. Then, on July 8th, the Roswell Army Public Information Officer issued a press release stating they had recovered a flying disc, a term synonymous with UFOs. The world was astounded. Could this be the first physical evidence of extraterrestrial life? However, the excitement was short-lived. The very next day, the US military retracted their statement, claiming the debris was from a crashed weather balloon, not a UFO. The press was shown debris of a weather balloon, which bore no resemblance to what Brazel had described. The incident stirred a whirlwind of controversy and skepticism. Was it a genuine mistake or a calculated cover-up? The switch from a flying disc to a weather balloon seemed like a hasty attempt to quell the growing public interest. Many believed and still believe that the military was hiding the truth about the Roswell incident. Over the years, alleged witnesses and whistleblowers have come forward, claiming to have seen alien bodies and advanced technology recovered from the crash site. Despite the official explanation, the Roswell incident remains a cornerstone of UFO lore and a symbol of government secrecy. Roswell, a name now synonymous with UFO cover-ups, was just the beginning. Fast forward to 1952, the world superpower, Washington, D.C., becomes the stage for an unprecedented event. In the sultry summer of 1952, a series of peculiar incidents occurred that would forever etch the nation's capital into the annals of UFO history. Over 2 consecutive weekends in July, Washington, D.C. airspace was invaded by a swarm of unidentified flying objects. Civilians, radar operators, and even airline pilots reported seeing multiple bright lights moving at incredible speeds and changing directions in ways that defied the laws of physics. Some described them as like falling stars without tails, while others were reminded of Christmas tree lights way off in the distance. In a response that seemed straight out of a science fiction movie, the US Air Force scrambled fighter jets to intercept these mysterious intruders. But each time the jets took to the skies, the lights would vanish only to reappear elsewhere once the jets returned to base. This cat and mouse game continued throughout the night, leaving the military and the public baffled and on edge. In the aftermath of these bewildering sightings, the Air Force held a press conference, the largest since World War II. They announced their official explanation. Temperature inversions had caused radar blips and optical illusions. But many found this explanation unconvincing, arguing that it failed to account for the sheer number of sightings and their bizarre behaviors. Controversy ignited. Critics accused the government of a cover-up, while conspiracy theories flourished. The incident became a touchstone for UFO believers and skeptics alike, its story woven into the fabric of American folklore. The nation's capital, under a mysterious siege, sparked a nationwide uproar, bringing UFOs into the limelight. And just like that, Washington, D.C. was forever linked with one of the most significant events in UFO history. As we turn the pages of history, we land in 1997 in the desert city of Phoenix. In the late hours of March 13th, thousands of Arizonans were drawn out of their homes, their gazes fixed on the night sky. They reported seeing a massive V-shaped object, larger than several football fields, silently gliding overhead. This formation, later known as the Phoenix Lights, was visible from as far north as the edge of Las Vegas, Nevada, and as far south as Tucson, Arizona. People described the object as breathtaking and eerily silent. It had a total of 7 lights, each as bright as a modern LED street lamp. The object moved slowly, deliberately, as if it was on a predetermined path, before vanishing into the inky blackness of the desert night. As the news broke, the military quickly announced that they had been conducting nighttime exercises, dropping illumination flares over a nearby testing ground. They claimed that the flares, caught in the wind, had created the illusion of a massive V-shaped object. But the public was skeptical. The flares didn't explain the silent, slow-moving formation that had been seen by thousands. They couldn't account for the duration of the sighting or the vast distance over which it was visible. In the years that followed, the Phoenix Lights became a topic of heated debate. Scientists, skeptics, and believers alike have all struggled to explain what exactly happened that March night. Government officials have maintained their stance, insisting that the lights were nothing more than a routine military exercise. But their explanations have done little to quell the public's curiosity. Even today, more than 2 decades later, the Phoenix Lights remain one of the most famous and most debated UFO sightings in history. Phoenix, a city under the stars, bore witness to an event that still remains an enigma. From Roswell to Phoenix, the question remains, what is the truth? As we've journeyed through the annals of history, we've peeked behind the curtain of secrecy that has long shrouded the phenomenon of unidentified flying objects and extraterrestrial encounters. The Roswell incident of 1947, an event that sparked a global fascination with the unknown. A mysterious crash in the New Mexico desert, a flurry of military activity, and an initial public announcement of a flying disc recovery, only to be retracted and replaced with a weather balloon explanation. Then we moved to the Washington, D.C. sightings of 1952, a series of sightings that were so prolific they couldn't be ignored. Eyewitnesses reported strange lights in the sky, moving in ways that defied our understanding of physics. The official explanation: a temperature inversion causing misidentified aerial phenomena. Yet the public intrigue only grew following these events. Fast forward to 1997 and we reach the Phoenix Lights. Thousands of residents witnessed a massive V-shaped object adorned with lights silently gliding over the city. The military's explanation of flares dropped during a training exercise was met with skepticism by many who saw the spectacle. Throughout these accounts, we see a recurring pattern. Mysterious events, followed by official explanations that often seem to raise more questions than they answer. The public's interest has never waned. Instead, it has grown. With advancements in technology and the democratization of information, the demand for transparency has reached a crescendo. Governments worldwide have begun to respond. The recent declassification of UFO files by the US government, the release of the Pentagon's UFO report, these are steps towards transparency that hint at a paradigm shift. Yet, they also serve to stoke the flames of curiosity and speculation. In the quest for truth, the journey is as important as the destination. As we continue to gaze at the stars, we wonder, what's next?